Welcome back to MarkOneModels. In today's video, we'll be looking at another car I made related to the band Gorillaz. This one comes from their third album, Plastic Beach, and as Gorilla fans may have guessed, it is the Camaro from the song Stylo. Throughout the video, Murdoch, 2D, and Robot Noodle are on the run not just from the police, but also from Bruce Willis. If you haven't seen the video, I'd recommend taking a look, and I'll provide a link to it in the description. For our build, I chose the Revell Fast and Furious 69 Yenko Camaro. As the Stylo Camaro has a vinyl top, I would include this for the first time in one of my builds. There are several ways to accomplish this, all which include adding in trim for the edge of the vinyl roof. And the method I chose to go with was paper towels. This would include gluing down a center section of roof vinyl, then applying two separate side sections which provide the seams we are all familiar with on actual vinyl roofs. From there, I applied white paint, not just to the roof, but to the whole car, since the doors have white stars on them and I would mask for those. And it would also come in handy for some scuff marks I'd be adding later on. I then masked the roof and star portions of the doors and applied semi-gloss black since Stylo Camaro isn't pristine. We'll get back to the build in just a moment, but I wanted to take a moment to remind you that if you like these videos, feel free to give a like and subscribe and share with your friends. Don't forget to make sure your notifications are turned on so you won't miss an episode. You can also follow along on our Facebook, Instagram, and Threads pages, and you can find those on the links in the homepage. Now let's get back to the build. While the car in the video only had the blower hat bolted to the hood for effect, I chose to open the hood up so it could actually be a functional part of the engine. The blower hat was from my parts bin. I chose to do the interior in white to match that from the video. I did not use the wheels from the kit, but I instead opted for resin Chevy Rally wheels from Jays Resin Wheels. Next up was creating all the damage seen on the outside of the car. Bullet holes were achieved with a hot needle poked through, and all the holes were touched up with silver to match those from the video. For the damaged headlight, I left the lens off and dabbed black in a few spots to mimic a broken reflector. The damage to the front bumper was done with candle flame and slight bends. Scuffs on the side of the car were done with sandpaper, and as planned, some of the white from the earlier paint came through, which gave me the effect I was looking for. The car does not have the bow tie on the grille, but rather the word Stylo. So I fashioned a piece of styrene sheet and bent it to shape and created a decal with the word Stylo on it and applied it to the car. I did not have a good way to simulate the spidering in the glass from the bullet hole in the windshield, so after I made the bullet hole from the hot needle, I painted on the spidering with a white paint pen. Overall, I like the way the car came out. I'd likely choose a different way to replicate the windshield damage if I were doing it again, and have seen some people use glass foam protector screens to good effect for this, so I may need to experiment with that. What were your thoughts on the build? I look forward to reading your comments. As always, thank you for watching MarkOneModels.